Alright, and we are back to do another episode of Dark Souls 3. Like I said at the end of the last episode, we're going to take a crack at the Twin Princes again. Probably one or two attempts. If we don't get it, then we're gonna go over to Archdragon Peak, do some exploring over there. Are already embered. You know what, for kicks, we're gonna throw on a Covenant. Why not? Alrighty. Go for it. Mistimed that for bad. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh well. We'll give it one more attempt, and then run over to Archdragon. I'm curious what that'll do. So we're at 429, and 228. So, yeah, we'll lose some carry weight, that's fine. Anyway, 470, that is a solid jump for that ring. So, yeah, we'll give it a shot with this ring equipped, because that's a huge leap. Ouch. Oh yeah, that's almost another 100 points per hit. Alright, that was easy. That's not so much. Pillar just saved our life there. And we got him. Sometimes in these games, the best thing you can do is step back, take a breather, because the challenge of these games has got a really trying to think of the wording I want to use. These type of games are really good at getting under people's skin. So if you're not truly not necessarily truly focused in, but like if you get frustrated real easy, it is best to take a step back.
Welcome, speak thine heart. Very well. Then touch the darkness with take nourishment.
Okay. So there's only one more required story boss. We're going to side that off for now to put this shield back on because the last story boss required is very resistant to fire. But fortunately, because of the ending we are going for, they're not. We're gonna have assistance, is the best way to explain it. So, with the Soul of the Twin Princes, you can either get this sword, or you can get this one. And this one does fire damage. It has, its weapon art is a buff that increases your fire damage.
Treat the firekeeper.
It is not a bad weapon, by any means.
Well,
But it is not something for this build. And we need a lot more souls than that for a level up, so we may as well hold on to that. Trying to decide. Looking at the time, we'll go over and we'll take out, the first boss of Archdragon Peak. There we go. Trying to think where would be closest to where we want to go. I don't remember if we have that one shortcut open or not for this. So we're gonna go the back way and hopefully sneak past the jailers in the circular room. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to try and do is just slowly creep without being seen. I've been seen. Here. Go this this way. I mean, it wouldn't be much of a fight with our pyromancy where it's at now, but I really don't want to do the fight. You need this gesture to be able to access here. Sorry if anybody heard that squealing. My dog got himself stuck under the foot of my chair. So this is Archdragon Peak. It's not too... It is definitely scaled for later game, but it's not, you know, horribly tough. Ow. That was certainly more damage than I expected to take there. Get a lightning gem here. Swap out. Yeah. And these things, their fire spit goes a long way. Yeah, and they can parry you and do that. Oh, wow. I've never been killed so easily in this area. That was a new one. There's also an item down here. Try this again, shall we? That is a shortcut that can be unlocked later. Ouch. Alright. So, second best option, other than, you know, just straight up fighting your way through here. Just come over here and do this. Oh, you can't light the bonfire because they're too close. Alrighty. Oh, we're still alive, just barely. That was ridiculous.
Alright, we'll put that one back on. It may look a little dumb, but... fire resistance is what we'll need going forward. Surprised that went as well as it did. Pretty much everything here is somewhat draconic based. So, weak to lightning, not fire. And this is the arena of the next boss. I do not recommend trying to square up and have a straight up fight with this guy. There is a much easier way to do it. And there are significantly easier ways to get yourself killed in this game. I was gonna say, there should be a third one that he's roasting alive in there. Ooh, too soon. Pick up these items you can. Just don't get roasted trying to do it. And this guy. Normally gets roasted. I'm not entirely sure why he's not, but you know what? That's fine. Go up this way, immediately hook left, because there's a couple of guys down there. Stick to the right side of this, because of that guy that just jumped out. Watch out up ahead, there's a big guy that has got an axe that is on a chain. Just run right past, and keep going up the ladder now. Wait right here. Oh, that guy's got some range on him. He's never hit me up there before. Alright. So then we come here. We're gonna run over here and grab this item while we're up here so we don't have to make the climb all the way back up here again later for it. While his head is down, leap off. And that is how you one-shot a boss. That is the Ancient Wyvern boss down. You don't get a soul for him. But, yeah, it's just kind of a unique thing. For that fight. Yeah, and after you kill him, you get teleported to someplace else in Archdragon. So there's a knight that will constantly be resummoned into this room. Pretty much no matter what you do. Although I'm fairly certain you kill this snake. And that knight will no longer resummon if you kill it. Right over there. Fairly certain, don't quote me on it. But this is the shortcut that I mentioned that we would unlock later. I really don't understand the purpose of it because we already have a bonfire up here, and this just takes us to right here. So I'm not entirely sure why this one was put in the game. There is one more boss here in Archdragon Peak, but he is widely considered to be the toughest boss of the game. And his phase 1 is fairly resistant to fire. So we're going to put him on pause for a while.
Well, speak. Very well. Then take Nari. Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels. Manifestation.
And really, now, going forward, it doesn't matter, really, where our points go.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Our build is so specialized to what it's supposed to be.
And faster than these red-eyed. Use what else? Pill what else?
There's something you can do to make him give you a key that will allow you to access a regular red-eye orb instead of these cracked ones. And the regular red-eye is an infinite use invasion item. I'm not really much of an invader, so I don't typically mess with it. But we gotta place all the cinders of the lords in their thrones. And then she'll start to walk down. I think this cutscene will play a little better if we have our head uncovered. But now, instead of, being a bonfire, this happens.
Noble lords of Cinder, the fire fades. And the lords go without thrones. Surrender your fires to the true heir. Let him grant death. To the old gods of Lordran, deliverers of the first flame.
So, anybody unfamiliar? The place that you are in for most of this game is Lothric, and Lordran was the area of the first game. So take this, which teleports you down towards another bonfire. That bonfire right over here will take you to the second DLC without having to beat the first. So here we have one helper. And then we have Yuria from Firelink Shrine to be our second helper. And I'm going to put my helmet back on because that fire resistance is going to come in handy. And then we're going to switch to... Let's switch to that just to increase our stamina recovery. And so the working theory behind this guy is that he's supposed to be a representation of the player from the first game, which is why he has got 4 different modes that he cycles through. He's got this basic greatsword, he hasn't switched forms yet, in all honesty. He's got a form with a curved blade, basically a scimitar, a magic form build, and a great lance form build. Normally he cycles through them at a more regular rate, instead of just sticking to the one. Now he's in the Great Lance form. Oh yeah, and the Great Lance has got that miracle. Okay, yep, this is the curved blade form. It's a little more dexterity based. Okay, now back up. Yeah. And anytime, yeah, you don't want to get caught in that. And there's an explosion to finish that chain off. So in Phase 2, he does not cycle through different builds. But yeah, he does cast lightning. Sometimes he'll shoot it up. Okay, so our assistants have died. Yeah, sometimes he'll spear it into the ground, and sometimes he'll spear it right at you. It just depends on how he's feeling at that point in time. Ouch. Okay, and this is the combo you want to avoid. That one's going up. Ouch. That one's going straight down. You do not want to get grabbed by that, because it don't tickle. Yeah. That really does not feel good to get caught in, just so you know. That one's going up. Let's see if we can finish him off before it hits us. And we did. The final main story boss of Dark Souls 3 has been taken down. And because it doesn't matter what we wear for the ending cutscene, we're gonna take that off. Actually, no, we're gonna keep that on. Throw this on, that's already on, and we're already... So we got the full Fallen Knight set. If you haven't done Anri's questline, you will get the basic ending. If you have given the eyes to the Firekeeper, she will have a summon sign right here. And that ending, basically, you let the flame fade. Whereas the basic ending, you link the fire. And this ending... It says link, but that's not what's going to happen. So this is equivalent to the bad ending for this game. We're gonna not begin Journey 2 because this game gives us a choice. So now basically the clock is kind of turned back. Not really turned back per se, but like it's right before you go kill the Soul of Cinder. Like, you can still use this if you want. You can get the Firelink Greatsword, which is the coiled sword that you see in the bonfire. Which is a pretty good sword. It is a great sword, so I mean it is big and slow. And then you've got the Sunlight Spear, which is basically Lightning Spear. Miracle that you can get with the soul.
Ah, how...
Sell this. And now you can also... Oops, I'm in sell. Purchase. Okay, here we go. You can buy a Titanite slab from her now. And those are... I think there's only like 3 Titanite slabs in the base game. There's this one, and the 2 that we have found already. But anyway, now you can get... Oh yeah, you can get Lorien's armor set after beating Lorien and Lothric. Then you can also get the armor set worn by the Soul of Cinder. Not exceptional armor by any means, but I mean, it kind of looks cool. Let's make sure there's nothing else that pops out. Yeah. So I've got a mild obsession with this armor set. And we're not going to need those souls.
Ashen one.
Oh, discovering if the tales are true. What do you think? All right, if that is you, but I hate it.
He still wants to go pillage.
Goodbye.
Ah, I presume wonderful. Now that with the spouse, the strength to claim the fire is thine, thy lordship. I prithee rest the fire. I, Yuria, and...
So, I know there's a way you can get her mask.
Our lord and Lee, I prithee, when the moment cometh, the age of fire was but the gods are no more. Our Lord of Hollows, it shall... Honorable user.
So I think after talking to her, if you rest again... I don't remember for sure how any of this stuff works. Because it's been a long time. Let's do this. And, you know, give the world a true reset. No? Okay. Because I know they're...
heart, but brave, so that we hollows in most... Our Lord and Lee, I prithee, play the user when the moment cometh to live the age of fire, but the gods are no more. Our Lord of Hollows.
Because I know you can get the katana she uses, called Dark Drift.
Prithee, rest the
That
flames.
honestly, if you don't look very closely at it, you would think it's just a handle with no blade. Like, it's really cool. Not super strong, but pretty cool. Let's see where we're at. It's weird to me that that crown is heavier than our whole set. Throw that back on. And this is typically how I run through the rest of the games. Or the rest of the game, like the DLC and stuff. Typically, though, I've got her mask. And I'm trying to remember how you get it. So I'm curious. Because from what I'm seeing, you summon her in to the Lord of Cinder boss fight. That completes her quest. She's supposed to drop.
Dinah, but so that we hollows. Oh Lord, I pray when the aid of the god, honorable usurper, I prithee wrest the flame from it, so that we hollow.
Oh well, not important. It's not a overly grand mask anyway, and the Dark Drift Katana is not something we'll be using for the last few things we have to mop up in this game. So we're gonna go here. And finally talk to... Oh, we should probably... I made a mistake. We should run back and spend our souls. And then we can come back here.
For the link. Ashen are thee.
We'll let her
How
have her
gracious
eyes.
of thee, Ash. The very things we firekeepers have been missing. Very well. Then touch the darkness with it. Take nourishment from these sovereignless.
Okay. So we can hit one more level on whatever we want. We'll do it there.
Mayst thou thy peace
And, you know, just so we can say we own it, we'll start collecting the Firelink armor. Like, I mean, it's decent armor. It's the armor on the box art, so, I mean, if that means something to you, then go ahead and wear it. Doesn't mean a whole lot to me, personally. but like I said, it looks cool.
Merciful goddess, leap fire and the earth. Wait, you've the same scent as that woman. Then you must be an Ashen One. You must be. Oh, you don't know how long I've searched. Oh. Oh, don't mind me. Didn't mean to fall apart. Now, my lady, I need you to show her a proper flame that will burn the rot away. If you truly are ash, then it must be fire that you...
And then you accept. After he gives you his spiel.
They of ash never fail. Just a moment, then. The painting of Ariandel. Well, rotted scrap of it, that is. Go on. Take it. Touch it.
Kinda like the painting in the first game, you get sucked in. But it is much easier to leave this painting than it is to leave the one in the first game. So...
have you just arrived? How very unusual. Just how long has it been? Rejoice, my new friend. For this is a true haven of the forlorn, the cold and gentle painted world of Ariandel. Quick, go along. Find one for yourself, a sweetly rotting bed to lie upon.
Just a heads up, this place is an invasion hotspot. Pretty much everything here has a weakness in some form or another to fire. Most things here are not overly strong. At this stage of the game, they're not overly strong, that is. If you come here early, you will get beaten mercilessly to a bloody pulp. So I think what we'll do is make it to the next bonfire of this area and call it for the episode. Just a heads up. Some trees are alive. Like some of them that have that fire on them. I could have swore there was a living tree in this area. Oh well. My next piece of advice is don't stop to think, just go. The items here are not super important. And the reason for my don't stop to think, just go advice is, yeah, partly that thing. You cannot kill that thing at this point. When it gets to about half health, it will run away. That guy is known as a Millwood Knight, and he is not friendly. None of them are. Oh, here we go. There's a living tree. I knew there was one that was super inconveniently placed for us. Okay. Yeah, you'll get shot at from up there. But like I said, don't stop to think, just go. And there's that big wolf again watching us. Come around. Well, I was a little early. Yeah, we come around here. And we have the next bonfire. And we will pick it up from here in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in.